Hello Taurus, and welcome to my spiritual oasis, here weary souls come to find inner wisdom and peace. We are doing an Aries of life reading for you today. So we're taking a look at, in this particular spread, we're starting with happiness and success first. So looking at how you're measuring fulfillment and accomplishment this month. And then we're looking at how the various areas of life are either supporting or potentially causing roadblocks or challenges in those two spaces. So as I shuffle out your guiding energy, I would love to invite you to join the Kindred family if we're not already connected here by subscribing to my YouTube channel. Drop a comment down below, click like on this video if something does resonate, bearing in mind that these are general readings, so general application. If something doesn't resonate, no worries at all. You can check your other placements, or I will just see you in a future video. If you are interested in your own personal reading, you can connect with me on Etsy. Link is in the description. I curate all kinds of content on my Etsy shop to assist you on your spiritual journey, path, and purpose. So check that out, of course, if you would like to do that. All right, let's get going here. Dive right in. Let's take a look at how you are measuring your emotional fulfillment for the month. Okay, so we have Page of Swords energy. So you're measuring your emotional fulfillment by exploration of your truth, communication, engagement, activating any air signs in your birth chart, strengthening that mind space, strengthening how you communicate with yourself, with spirit, with the universe. So it just feels like there's messages. I feel like this feels very specific, but this feels like it could be connected to engaging in what I would call creative air related entities, like music, like writing music, composing music, or like beats, tracks, things like that. Writing in general, writing could be creative writing or any just kind of writing, and speaking. So like engaging in these air creative expressions of like air energy. And you're measuring your accomplishments with the Hierophant energy. So this is you. This is one of your power cards. So you're measuring your accomplishment by how true you are staying to yourself, and specifically how true you are staying to the rules and regulations of how things are set out to be. So that's very interesting. Let's take a look at love. This is love, of course, in all its ways, shapes, and forms. Okay, so we have the High Priestess. Okay, again, matching set energy. These two, though connected, though related, are kind of have different focuses. So our Hierophant is focused on the letter of the law from like a worldly perspective or point of view, and our High Priestess is more so focused on rulership from the inside out, like the laws, the internal laws that you have developed, and following life or leading your life through those truths, through those intuitive, spiritually connected, personal alignment position or point of view. So I think it's very interesting that these two showing up, both of them. You could also have some Pisces in your birth chart if you do use her. But in the love space, so I just feel like you're very intuitive, you're very connected to your inner compass. I also feel like it's connected to the happiness too, that exploring your truth and communicating and all that kind of stuff is going to end up translating into doing things that you love that are in alignment with your truth, and also potentially in that love space as well. But discerning partners rather than coming to it from a more worldly position or worldly perspective, if that makes any sense at all. Let's look at pursuits. So we have the Three of Wands. So we're making some investments here in our pursuit section. So whether that be career, business, work, school, networking, reputation, but we are making some investments there, and we are waiting for the kickback from those investments, whether or not they will pay off. But it feels like we're pushing energy out, we're making the investment, and of course investments we do because we're expecting a return greater than our input. Let's look at flow. All right, so you are the most in flow, which means the most productive and the most connected to your path and purpose and producing towards that when you are invoking a Four of Swords energy. And that's just mental rest. You're an earth energy, you're an earth sign. So your strengths, of course, do lie in planning, but also doing and making tangible, actually putting in the work and the effort, not overthinking things. And so planning is good, Taurus, but not overdoing it, not over planning, but actually, moving forward on the things that we plan. The Three of Wands in many ways is kind of a planning card as well. It's a waiting card. It's a patience card. There's not a lot of action. It's very stable, graphically as well. So like we're resting our mind, and I feel like we are making decisions as well. Let's look at our spiritual. All right, so there's a message around keeping your heart space open for messages concerning love, creativity, and spirituality. You could also have some almost like Pisces in your chart. So Pisces is showing up again in your reading as well. So feels significant. Let's look at personal. Six of Pentacles. Okay, so you're even Stevens from a personal perspective. You're all about give and take in equal measure or an equivalent measure. There is a balance, a harmony, a stability to that, a fairness message as well to that from a personal standpoint. That's very interesting. It's almost like you feel empowered when you're, in that balanced sort of one-for-one position. What I will say is this. Balance and harmony is good, especially in your personal position. But I would also say there's a message around being mindful about being too stringent here, because when you're making an investment, you're not investing in order to get the same thing back. You're investing in order to get more back, in order to get a larger return on what you have invested. So just be mindful of that mindset of one for one, this very kind of rigorous energy. It, of course, can serve in a very positive way, in a harmonious way, but it can also be limiting. So just being mindful of that. So Taurus, nothing overly disastrous this month. I do feel like there could definitely be some give and take, push and pull with your inner compass, and of course your rule following, very earthy, fixed earth energy. So being mindful of being stubborn and not being open to more options or more possibilities, and that you are respecting your inner compass, your intuition, your discernment, all of those kind of watery spaces that can be overlooked from an earth position, that life is about the balance and harmony of these things, and they all should be respected when it comes to us navigating our lives. So Taurus, these are the messages that I've channeled. I hope this was helpful. If something resonated, do drop a comment down below, click like, subscribe, and I'll see you in an upcoming message. Bye.